You're on camera, Grandmama.
Turn my light on, baby.
All right.
Y'all, good morning. It's Monday morning. I'm back from my trip and I had a wonderful, wonderful time. Sorry I did not video while I was gone. It was busy. We were having such a good time, and everybody doesn't always like to be on camera. So, but we went to the Creation Museum in Kentucky and to the Art Encounter. If y'all ever get a chance to go see both. I mean, just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. But it was good to be back home. It was wonderful to be off with my friends, but it's always good to come home.
Well, it's good to have you back home, too.
Thank you, honey. Today we're going to do meatloaf.
But this is going to be kicked up a notch,
And
meatloaf.
this is going to be kicked up a notch meatloaf. I've got about a half a pound of sausage right here, and this is sausage that I get from a little meat market up the road. There's about a half a pound, and I've got a little over a pound of ground beef. So, that's the meat that's going into our meatloaf. Now, this is my keto breadcrumbs that I take my keto bread and I toast it, and then I put it in my food processor. I make breadcrumbs. We're going to do Worcestershire sauce. I've got some fresh garlic cut up right here. You want to come over here, honey? I've got fresh garlic minced up here. I have got some onions, mushrooms, and I'm going to show you usually I buy the sliced mushrooms, but my daughter gave me some mushroom caps. Now these are the kind that you stuff right here, but she gave them to me and I said, well, I'll just use them. I do not put mushrooms like this under running water. I just take I've already pulled the little stem out. They come with a little stem, let's see if I can find one. Right here. They have a stem like that on them, and I just pull that stem out. But what I do is I just take a clean cloth and I clean these mushrooms really well. I just rub them down. I've already done these, but I'm just showing you how I do it. I take that. You can use the stem if you want to, but I'm not going to use it today.
I like the stems.
Because the ones that are sliced, they have the stems in them.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I've already got some cut up here, and this is a half of a cup. I've got a skillet on behind me, and I want a full half cup. So I'm just going to cut these, slice these down the middle, like that. And then I'm just going to cut them in little cubes, just like that. So I want about a half a cup. I've got almost a cup of onions there. All right, here's one that's got the stem on it. So I'll just put the stem in it, in this. Now I am going to saute my peppers, my onions, and my mushrooms. So I've got a half a cup of mushrooms. I've got almost a cup of onions, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put my garlic in with my onions, because I'm gonna saute it in with my onion also. So I'm gonna go ahead, and there's not quite a full cup, and I'm gonna put a little tomato sauce topping on this. And I'm going to use some onions for that too. So I may not use this full cup of onion in my meatloaf. We'll see. But I'm going to saute my peppers, my onions, and my mushrooms together before I put them in my meatloaf. And that's a little different from the way I've ever done it before. I've never done this. Roy said, honey, why don't you saute those veggies? Because he loves them sautéed. And then just put them in the meatloaf. So,
Well, it changes the flavor of the mushrooms, onions, and peppers.
I'm not fond of mushrooms, but I can eat them like that because it's a whole different flavor. So
I don't see your peppers.
I'm looking for them. Here they are.
Oh, okay.
All right. got, this is a third, nope, that's a half a cup. But I don't have quite a half a cup, so I'm going to. Now I'm cutting all this about the same size. My onions, my peppers. My mushrooms are a little bit bigger because they shrink more than your peppers and your onions do. And now, Roy doesn't like bell pepper, green bell pepper, but he likes the sweet peppers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And meatloaves.
And meatloaf. All right. Turn that light on. My skillet's hot. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. That's my peppers. My mushrooms, that was a half a cup of peppers, half a cup of mushrooms, and I'm going to put probably, that's about a half a cup of onions. Now, I'll use this onion later in my topping. So, all right, while this is cooking, I will, I'm just going to saute them so they get really, so my onions get caramelized and everything just probably 5 minutes or so. So my mushrooms get done.
You're talking about a good flavor. This mixture is wonderful.
This is a wonderful, it's great over hamburger steak. It's great over steak. It's great over any kind of meat.
Or a side dish.
Or as a side dish.
Vegetable.
It's even good with veggies.
Yep.
So, all right, now to this meat, like this is a pound and a half of meat, about a pound of ground beef, half a pound of my sausage.
And this mixture does improve the flavor of the meat.
Now this is tomato sauce, no added sugars. Let me put my breadcrumbs in it first. I don't know exactly, this is a half cup, and this just had the peppers in it, so it's good. I don't know exactly how much, that sausage looked like it had a good bit of fat in it, so you know what? That's 3/4 cups of breadcrumbs. I gotta make some more because I'm out. So, but I'll tell you what I do. I go to the thrift bakery, and that's where I get my bread from, and because it's a day or two old, but it toasts up so good. So I don't pay $5 and $6 at the store. I go to the bread store and I get it for $2.50. Okay, that's 1 egg, and I always crack my eggs in a separate bowl because here lately, and I don't know why, I've been getting little bitty eggshells in my eggs, and
It comes with age, darling.
no, see, there's one right there. These shells are brittle. They're really brittle, and I've never had eggs as brittle as these, but they are wonderful eggs.
These hens need some oyster shells.
My great niece gives them to me. So, all right, now I'm going to start out with, this is a half a cup. I'm going to put a half a cup, and there's no added sugar in this. Half a cup of tomato paste. I think I'm going to turn my veggies behind me back up. And, because I don't, okay, I'm putting them back on medium high, which is 7. All right. Can you show them, honey? You got it. I mean, that is a really good mixture right there. Okay. Now, even though I put garlic, that was 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to put this is onion powder. I'm putting a half a teaspoon of onion powder, even though it's got garlic in it and it's got onions. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. This is a half a teaspoon measure, so I'm going to put a whole teaspoon of salt. I'm going to put a half teaspoon of pepper. And Worcestershire, I'm going to put probably 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire in here. Now my Worcestershire does not have gluten in it. Okay? And for your breadcrumbs, get the gluten-free breadcrumbs. Alright, let me see. I think I've got everything. Let me set all this to the side. I think I've got everything in it besides my sautéed veggies. Now I'm going to use the rest of this tomato sauce and a topping for it in a little bit. My topping's going to have mushrooms and onions and tomato sauce, Worcestershire, and stevia, because we like a sweet topping. A lot of people put ketchup. We don't like just the ketchup. I am going to put a little bit of my sugar-free ketchup, got 0 sugar ketchup in it, but predominantly it's going to be tomato sauce. All right, these have got to cook about 3 more minutes, so let me get all my mess cleaned up, and then when these get ready, we're going to put them in here. I'm going to mash it all up with my hands, and then we're going to put it in our dish. So we'll see you back in a minute. Okay, y'all, this is our mushrooms, onions, and peppers.
Now that's the way it's supposed to look.
Now, I don't know that I'm going to put all of these. Yeah, it look like more than it is.
I like it. Woo.
I know you do.
It really
Now,
flavors.
this is going to change the whole flavor of the meatloaf. I can tell you. Now, for those of you, let me, hold on a second, honey. I may need a bigger, I've got two dishes out here. I'm not sure which one I'm going to need. So, for those of you out there who want to put on gloves, by all means, you go ahead and put on your gloves. But me, I like to get my hands, that's hot, let me do this. Oh, let me get this meat on top. I like to get my hands in my food. But for those of you that don't like to feel raw meat, then by all means, you put your gloves on. But this is the way my mama taught me to do it. This is the way I've always done it. And people used to didn't have gloves. So, but if that's what you want to do, then you go right ahead. So, and I'm just going to mix this up really well. Now, if you've never sauteed, this is just going to elevate this flavor. I'm telling you, this is going to be so good. Thank you, honey, for suggesting this. Because Roy loves this mixture. He loves it. All right, that was 2 eggs and 3/4 of a cup of my breadcrumbs. Keto breadcrumbs. Gluten-free, you use gluten-free breadcrumbs. Now these were breadcrumbs that I made myself. I don't know that you could buy gluten-free keto breadcrumbs. I don't know. Okay. Alright, I got that mixed up pretty good. It's basically a simple recipe. You just saute your veggies instead of putting them raw. Okay? Let me wash my hands. Alright. I'm scared it's going
Too big. I mean, too little.
too small.
Yep.
I'm scared it'll cook over, so I'm going to put it in this one. And this is about, I'm glad I used this one. This is about probably 2 quart, maybe 2.5 quart. It's not a 9 by 13. It's not that. Okay. Uh-oh, I forgot to preheat my oven. I'm going to cook this on 350 degrees. And it's going to take about 45 minutes to cook it. Because everything in it now is room temperature. It's warm. So, alright. I'm going to turn my oven on. 350 degrees. As soon as it comes up to temp, I'm going to slide my meatloaf in. When it gets almost done, I'm not gonna put my I'm gonna put my topping on it at about 30 minutes. So I'll come back, I'll show you how I'm gonna do my topping, and then at about 30 minutes, I'll take it out, put my topping on it, cook it about 10 or 15 more minutes. So see y'all in a little bit.
Okay.
All right, our meatloaf still has about 20 minutes, but I'm gonna go ahead and make my sauce for it because I've got something else I want to do. So this is my tomato sauce. Now we like a lot of sauce on our meatloaf. So this is 3/4 of a cup. So this is about 1 cup of tomato sauce. Now if you like another kind of sauce over yours, or if you don't want sauce, you know, Roy likes gravy over his, but he also likes this. So, all right, now I'm gonna put Worcestershire. I'm gonna put two tablespoons of Worcestershire. I forgot to get my stevia out. Leave stevia out if you don't want to put that in there. All right, it's just a simple sauce. It is a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. I'm not going to put any salt and pepper in this. And this is G Hughes sugar-free ketchup. I'm going to put, got 1/4 of a cup here. All right, 1/4 of a cup. Leave that out if you don't want it. Use all ketchup if you want, whatever you want to do. All right, now I'm going to stir this up. And if you don't like yours really sweet, the G Hughes ketchup will probably make it sweet enough for you. But I am going to put a little bit of stevia in it. I'm going to taste of it to see how much. Ooh, that's good. But this is stevia with erythritol. So I'm going to put, this is a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to put, so that's a whole teaspoon, because we do like ours a little sweet. So, all right. Now this is a 1/2 cup of onions. I'm going to put all of them. All right. And this is all it is to it. This is the topping for my meatloaf. I'm going to taste of it again to make sure.
Now, if you really love mushrooms, you could put some mushrooms on this, but Grandmama doesn't.
Perfect.
Grandmama's not really a lover of a lot of mushrooms.
I'm really not, but I'll put a few in here because Roy does love them. So this is probably 1/4 of a cup. All right. I'm going to stir it up with this because I've already tasted with those. But, all right. This is our sauce for our meatloaf. I'm going to put it to the side. And our meatloaf has 21 more minutes when it gets down to, well, I set it for 30 minutes. So I'll take it out, put my sauce over it, put it back in the oven for about 10 or 15 minutes. So we'll be back.
Grandma, that's ready for the sauce.
I'm telling you, y'all look at this. Not much grease at all cooked out of it. Okay, so I'm just going.
Wow. Does that not look scrumptious?
Topping on it. Now we love lots of topping. We like for it to go down on the sides. And there was very little shrinkage in this. And this was just regular ground beef. It wasn't your ground chuck, ground sirloin. Might have been 85-15. I had it in the freezer, so I took it out of the freezer. All right. I'm going to put this back in the oven for 15 minutes because I do want those mushrooms and onions to cook a little bit. So I'm gonna set my timer for 15 minutes, and then I want y'all to look at that. You talk about goodie inside, well that's got some goodie on top.
Yep.
All right, 15 minutes, and we're gonna come back and give y'all a taste test. All right, y'all, look. Let's talk about, this should be really, really good. You ready to taste, baby? Okay, I'm just gonna take my spatula and I'm just gonna cut it right here.
This is a friendship meatloaf. You cook this for your special friends because it is so good.
Okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
Y'all look at this.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Low carb load, healthy, delicious.
All right. If you don't want the sausage in it, leave the sausage out. If you don't want the mushrooms in it, leave the mushrooms out.
Hey, if you don't like meatloaf, cook yourself a steak. This one's mine.
Is it good?
You want a meatloaf with extra flavor?
It's hot.
You got it.
All right, y'all. Okay, y'all. This is delicious meatloaf. Saute your vegetables before you put them in. It makes the biggest difference. This is so good. All right.
Wow.
Food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Put deliciousness back in your healthy meatloaf. All right.
God bless.
God bless. Love you.